I say, well, hello, chaps and chappets, Game Chap and Bertie here.
Yes.
Yes, indeed, fellows, and I dare say we are now reporting on a rather big and exciting update for Super Smash Bros. On Wii U and 3DS, coming soon, you know.
We most certainly are, yes indeed. It has been officially announced by Nintendo today that there is going to be a very large update for Super Smash Bros. On the 31st of July, which is 2 days from now.
That's right, indeed, very soon, and I understand we have some exciting new features coming in this update, fellows, ranging from stages to new modes and more.
We most certainly have, yes indeed. It's going to be a big update, and they've just presented it to us just off the cuff like that, very quickly. Suddenly said in 2 days, here it comes.
That's
which
right.
Is rather exciting.
They've suddenly sprung this big update on us, and I have to just say here, there's a bit of backstory to this, Chap, actually, because a couple of days ago, it was found that Nintendo had filed some kind of patent on the name, guess what, King K. Rool.
Really?
Okay, now before you start getting very excited, we can tell you that King K. Rool is not a new character that's been announced by Nintendo at this time, but we do have some news to do with the scaly crocodile, don't we, old chap?
Well, we most certainly do, yes indeed. It would seem that King K. Rool, you will have a costume from him, or for him, for your Mii fighter.
Right, so you'll be able to download a King K. Rool costume for your Mii fighter. Now, this might be perhaps slightly disappointing for some people who wanted to see the brand new character of King K. Rool in Super Smash Bros. At this time, he's not playable. However, we do have perhaps a teaser and a bit of an offering there to fans of the Donkey Kong series in the form of this Mii fighter costume of the villain himself.
You will, yes, certainly. So if you play the Mii, or even if you don't play the Mii, you can download this as part of this update and play as, play as, not really, sort of like King K. Rool.
Yes.
You'll look like him because you'll have his costume on.
And I have to say, it is quite a good costume, fellows.
Yes.
Now, also, this possibly paves the way in future for a potential announcement of that character at some point, although, of course, that's purely speculation at this stage, and we don't know where Nintendo is going to go with this.
Well, we don't know. And now, something else on the side of costumes for all of you out there who thought, well, why isn't Chrom in it? Why isn't Chrom...
He is really there, isn't he? He's sort of in the game.
Not really.
I mean, he's part of a Final Smash, at least.
Well, I suppose he is, but why can't... Well, you see, there's also going to be a costume for Chrom.
Chrom?
For your Mii fighter.
So who is Chrom again, old chap?
Chrom, well, you see, Chrom is a chap from Fire Emblem.
Right.
He's from there, and so if you didn't know that, that's where he comes from.
That's right, and
Chrom
actually,
is from Fire Emblem.
That's right, and a bit of a spoiler here, but in the game he's Lucina's father, so of course a very important character in Super Smash Bros. As well, and that is why he appears in the game, the Final Smash, rather, of Robin, you'll see.
Most certainly, so you're going to get some costumes there. Now, also, you'll be able to also adorn your Mii character with parkas. Coats, as it were. Not parka as in Thunderbirds, but parka as in coats.
Not parkour then, but parka.
Or parkour.
Right, okay, so confusing. Perhaps that means... exactly, so we're referring here to these, these hoodie things, chap.
Hoodies, yes, like
sweatshirts type things.
Yes, that's right.
Well, that's not the exact term for it, but all the same, Vales, casual clothing for your Mii will be available soon. But that's not even the most exciting announcement, old chap.
It most certainly isn't, no. There are other things. There is, or are also going to be, new stages.
And this is so exciting, Vales, especially if you've been playing this game since the very first game in the series like I have. You may recall back in the old days, a very popular fan favourite stage was on the Nintendo 64 version of the game, HYRULE Castle. You can just hear that classic music going now, old boy. It's the Zelda theme, you silly chap. But anyway, so of course on the HYRULE Castle stage, as we all know, there were those fierce tornadoes that caught you up and sent you flying for massive damage and knockback. And of course, we can say Nintendo have confirmed that stage is coming back.
Ah, wonderful. So HYRULE Castle 64 stage, you're going to be able to play, according to this, very soon.
That's right, you'll be able to download that classic stage. I think it perhaps might be payable DLC, I'm not sure, old chap, but all the same, a very exciting new stage there for Smash Bros. Fans and a returning classic stage. Also, there's another returning stage from the N64 days too, and what is that, old boy?
Well, apparently, yes, there is indeed another stage, as once again has been confirmed on one of the official Twitters of Nintendo.
Right.
That is going to be Peach's Castle, believe it or not.
Peach's Castle. Also from the Nintendo 64 version of the game, fellows. So you're going to be seeing some sort of low definition stages here, as it were, and blocky polygonal sort of builds to the stages. But they are very, very classic stages from the old days of the N64. Again, perhaps some fans might say, well, this is nice and all, but where's the new HYRULE Castle? Where's the new Princess Peach's Castle? Etc. and so forth. But all the same, it seems Nintendo have gone the classic retro route here. If you ask me, it would be a a nice idea in future if we did get a fully HD Peach's Castle and Hyrule Castle, and even Bowser's Castle. I mean, where's that, old chap?
Well, yes, I suppose well, maybe it might be coming, who knows?
We don't know.
We don't know.
We can only dream, old chap.
Yes. So, what else do we have in this update, which is large? I mean, it's not just costumes, there's, castles and all sorts of things.
Stages, that's right.
Stages and the rest of it. Now, also, it's been confirmed by Nintendo, there's going to be a tournament mode being introduced.
The long-awaited tourney mode.
Yes.
Yes, indeed, Vale. It's finally coming to Super Smash Bros. On Wii U, and of course, that means that the game's additional feature there that had yet to be released to the public is, of course, going to be available very, very soon, and you'll be able to have large-scale battles between your friends or an entire village or something, old boy, very shortly using the in-game 64-player tournament mode.
Aha! So for those that aren't aware of what that is out there in Smash Brothers, I mean, because they think, well, we already can fight, can't we? Can always fight each other. What is tournament mode? What is it?
It might be 32-player, I'm not sure why. But in any case, it is, of course, a large-scale tournament event that allows you to have lots and lots of players in the same room playing a tournament. Now, of course, just to be clear, you can't have all those players on the screen at the same time. It's a round-robin style knockout tournament whereby you have, the quarterfinals, the semi-finals, and the final.
Aha! Okay, so it's like if you might say to all your friends, you want to play on something tonight? Yes, I'll make a room, sort of thing. Is that what you mean?
Well, not exactly. I mean, you've got brackets, if you will. So it's the losers being eliminated, rather, hard word that, from the brackets, of course.
Yes.
Which means you might have, I don't know, in the first bracket, Captain Falcon, Donkey Kong, Mario and Luigi, and Captain Falcon wins. And then in the other bracket, Peach has won, so it's Captain Falcon versus Peach. And then the final is, I don't know, Captain Falcon versus someone else, for example, old boy.
Yes, indeed.
One of these knockout-style events.
Knockout-style things, rather
and that's, of course, official and confirmed, coming very soon to the game.
Well, most certainly. That's rather exciting and no doubt fun. Now, also, there's something else. Yes, there is more.
Really?
There's apparently you're going to be able to save and post the things you do, your replays, if you like, on YouTube.
Really?
That's what they said, yeah.
Interesting. So you will be able to not only save replays inside the game now, but also upload them to YouTube for public perusal.
Well, exactly. So what does that mean? I mean, aren't people going to say, well, we've already got sort of people up playing the game on YouTube? But surely does this mean that instead of having to record it, as it were, with another program or something, or a piece of hardware, and then uploading it, they can just do that straight from the Wii U now?
It means you don't need hundreds of dollars worth of complicated hardware and about 1 million cables, old chap, to finally be able to share your gameplay to the public. That's right, you won't actually need a capture device to upload your replays, because of course you can do so by going through Nintendo. Of course, we don't exactly know how that's going to work in terms of, the exact process. Perhaps it'll go up to your YouTube channel, I'm not entirely sure, old boy. But all the same, you will be able to share those replays of yours and best moments to the YouTube community too.
Okay, so that's rather fun for those out there perhaps that haven't got that equipment and would like to do that. That's a good thing.
Yes.
But also they're going to also be able to play new stages. They're going to be dressed up as all things such as King K. Rool and Crom.
That's right.
Blast each other in tournaments, where you will parkour if you like.
The parkour, yes, that's right. And of course,
lady.
I have to say, no, Bertie. No. I have to say, I would very much like to see King K. Rool as a playable character in the future, and possibly even Crom too. And I do hope this doesn't rule out the possibility of those two characters, because it would be nice to have those in the game. Although, of course, I don't know, perhaps Nintendo's just whetting our appetite at this stage. It's impossible to say for sure, LY, but all the same, it is quite exciting news, and I have to say I'm pleased to see they're keeping Super Smash Bros. Updated with new goodies regularly.
Well, most certainly, yes. I mean, we didn't expect this one. They've just come out and said it, just officially announced it today.
That's right. They just sprang this on us, old boy.
Oh, look, there's going to be a big update for Smash Brothers. So that's absolutely wonderful. But I think in terms of you were just saying there, new characters being introduced into the game, where they've already made it clear there's going to be DLC, down the line as we go.
Well,
of course,
yes.
They've had this voting thing recently where people could vote for their characters and whoever they wanted to see a new character, a fighter in the game, and Nintendo is supposed to be acting on that, so who knows which characters may come along in the future.
That's right, who knows who's going to be next. That's one, no doubt, very interesting point of speculation there. I think for me the best part of this update, old boy, has to be those classic N64 stages coming back there. That's just pure joy, old boy. Well, Hyrule Castle, such a great stage, old chap.
Well, yes, I think a lot of people are going to have fun playing those. What we don't know, of course, is whether there will be any tweaks to the actual fighting in this update, or whether it's just something you download or what.
That's right, of course. We don't yet know whether there's going to be any balance changes, characters receiving tweaks and buffs and nerfs, like Greninja getting nerfed, etc. and so forth. Yes. We'll have to wait and see, and indeed, if there are any severe changes, fellows, we will of course report those to you when the update comes out.
Oh, well, yes, it certainly will, yes.
Yes, indeed, fellows. It has indeed then been Game Chat and Bertie reporting to you on the latest Super Smash Bros. Update. Thank you most kindly for joining us, I say, and we look forward to seeing you once more for the next exciting article, my word.
Oh,
Until
yeah.
then.